I told you guys that I'll show you another ZvT game of the 3 Roach opener. This will be the last one, I presume. I don't really want to show you too much more of this opener because I mean we've already seen pretty much all there is to it. This was another game that I played in a tournament against. I think this guy's like 6k MMR healer. He's a pretty good Terran. You guys probably don't know him unless you actually watch a lot of Go Force or stuff like that, or actually play on the EU ladder. Haven't really seen him on NA ever. Anyways, we're going for the 3 Roach opener, and we're going to see what happens against this little Terran here. He opens with the 2 Marines immediately. My Overlord kind of distracted him so I could kill off the SCV over there, and then he switches it around, goes for the double Hellions, while my 3 Roaches walk across the map to try and do as much damage as they can to him. 3 Roaches come here, 3 Roaches knock. 1 Marine down, 2 Marine down, 3 Marine, 4 Marines, 5 Marines, 6 Marines, 6 Marines killed right there. Units lost, he lost a little bit more than me. Keep in mind I lost gas and I'm not getting link speed, so I'm always happy if I can just kind of trade against Marines, because it will weaken the 16 Marine drop. He will have something very special planned for me to deal with the 3 Roach opener. He has some Hellions over here, so I'm trying to zone those out. I just need a couple safety Roaches. At the same time, he is going for the double Cyclone drop into my main base, and I can tell you guys I did not expect that. So Cyclones get dropped in my main, I'm like, by god. And then at the same time I cannot leave my natural undefended, so I have my Roaches here to defend against the natural. I'm using the Queens in the main to defend against the Cyclones, so this is all kind of going very weird. I wish I could tell you guys what I thought in this moment. I think it was something like, man, am I going to lose against the Cyclone drop? I take my third base a little bit delayed. If you look at the income tab, we are about even worker wise. I made some evolution chambers, so my worker count dropped a bit. I made the spire, but he saw the spire, and so he will build turrets. 1 turret, 2 turrets, 3 turrets, right? 4 turrets even. He's going for 4 turrets right now. And I'm going to counter him building turrets by not building Mutalisks. If my opponent scouts that I'm going for the spire, I'll oftentimes just skip out on it. I made 3 Ravages right here to be safe against Liberators. Liberators are always a threat, but if you have 3 Liberators you can just bile and the Liberators are dead. It's always good to have vision on the map by having like Overlords in these positions. He's actually going for the Mech build as the follow-up. As you can probably tell, he had to make 4 so he doesn't die to my Mutalisks, and then he had to make Vikings against the Mutalisks, and he has to make 4s, tanks and Cyclones against the ground army. And he now saw that I made a lot of Roach Ravager. What I'm doing is I'm just going for a full-on max out push out with Roach Ravager, and he's trying to stand over here somewhat defensive with his tanks. I'm usually pushing out around the 830 mark. I got my 2-2 on the way. I got one corruptor, and it's actually a pretty important corruptor. I'm positioning my Queens here because I think that he is probably going to drop me over there again, and right here we are going in for the big engagement. Immediately throwing down biles on tanks. You need 3 biles to kill a tank, more biles on the tanks, more biles on the force, and of course they do kind of well against Ravagers, the force do, but they're not the best unit against them. I'm not trying to bile this Liberator to death, but I think I'm missing some biles. No, actually I just didn't shoot one of them. And I'm just continuously floating across the map with Roach Ravager while I'm killing his ground force. I have that one corruptor, and the one corruptor actually died. Usually what the reason for that one corruptor is, first of all, to give me high ground vision. He made a billion turrets, so it doesn't really work. The second reason why we build it is some finishing stuff up over here. The second reason why we built that corruptor is to kind of kill low health medivacs. Of course it doesn't really work against Terrans that don't actually build medivacs. Not sure if I don't think I ever scouted that he actually went Mech. I thought he was just going Bio. So I'm playing the exact same way against Bio and Mech in this game. I think I might have, yeah, I probably noticed with the Overlord, but I know I didn't really specifically pay attention to it. And that's pretty much it. That's how we're using the Roach Ravager opener against Mech. It's the exact same follow-up push, killing the tanks with the biles, and then you just kind of move ahead. Of course, he didn't really have his tanks positioned well. If we go back a little bit, let me check. About here, should be fine. Like, he has his tanks clumped up, so 2 biles here and like 3 biles over here, like 3 biles here, 3 biles here, 3 biles here, and 4 and 6 tanks are dead, right? That makes it a lot easier for me to push on. I'm just moving straight on top of him, trying to kill the tanks, and once the tanks are dead, the Roach Ravager does a lot better, and he had to make a lot of air units. Keep in mind this game was played in a tournament, so he definitely tried to play serious, but he had to defend against Mutas, and Terrans are always a little bit worried about air, and also stuff like the Vipers, so he eventually ended up falling apart. And that's pretty much all I've got for you this time around. I'm not sure what I'll have for you guys tomorrow. I think I might show you guys some CVC. But for now, I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye!